Okay, so if you people are preparing for GATE and you have gone through this operating system topic, and even if in your courses you have had this operating system topic, then you'll find that we do have some problems, sometimes some confusions related to the topic called the effective memory access time calculation. Okay, so what I'll do in this video is that I'll first generally explain the idea that you need to know to do the questions related to this topic. Then I'll take the worst case possible for the questions that can be asked related to the topic. So we have these general keywords encountered in such questions or such topic that are main memory, secondary memory, cache, page table, TLB, that is the translation to site buffer, and then the page fault. So we'll very briefly go through it because most of you must be knowing these topics. Okay, so first of all, I just want to tell you that there are two steps that are involved when we are accessing any address. The first steps include translating the address, and then we access the address from whatever we got after the translation part. Okay, so there is this diagram. See, we generally have a secondary memory. That is the memory that takes the highest time to access it. That is generally our disk. Okay. Then we have the primary memory. Okay. Primary memory access is a little bit faster. So whatever programs that we need to run on our computers, they are actually taken from the secondary memory and they are transferred to the main memory. Okay. Now in main memory, these programs are stored in the format of what is called the pages. Okay. This is all I'll tell in a broad sense that this is a format of storing programs. Okay. We break the program into pages and we store the pages. Okay. Now to know where a particular page is stored, we have page tables. Now page tables, what we have in page tables is all the pages that are present in this main memory will have one entry, an entry corresponding to them inside the page table. Okay. Now frequently used pages and page table. We need, see, our basic purpose is needing lesser and lesser time, okay, to access the pages or the page tables, okay. So what we do is we have another set of memories, that is the cache and TLB. These are a bit faster, okay. In cache, we store the frequently used pages, and in TLB, we store the frequently used page table entries. Okay. So basically what you need to know is this first part, that is translation of the address, can be done either from your TLB or from the page table. And accessing the address, that you can find either in cache or in pages. If not in these two, then you go back to secondary memory. In that case, that is called the page fault. Okay. So we'll take that again later. Now what you need to do is, need to know is that if ever there is a page table hit or a TLB hit, always remember that you will find the page either in the main memory and it might even be in the cache. Now all of this process is done sequentially. How? Whenever you get an address from the CPU to access, you go to the TLB to check whether can we translate the address from the TLB itself. If in case we are able to do that, we don't go anywhere and then we move on to accessing the address because we have already translated from the TLB. Okay, that is called the TLB hit. In such a case, we either go to cache or go to the pages. Okay, first we check in cache. If we don't find the same thing in cache, that is called the cache miss. Then we go to the pages. Okay, the main memory. There, that is where we find the pages. So whenever I say we go to pages, it is going to the main memory. Okay. If in case we don't find the translation in TLB, the second case, that is TLB miss, we go to the page tables to translate the same address. After getting the translation from the page table, we'll again find the pages either in the cache or in the pages or the main memory itself. If in case we don't even find the translation in the page tables, we we call that case as the page fault. Okay, then we need some page fault service time. Okay, Now we'll take the worst possible case of such questions. So you'll be given a TLB hit ratio there, you'll be given a TLB access time there, you'll be given a cache hit ratio there, you'll be given a cache access time there, a memory access time, a page fault ratio, page fault service time, and sometimes even the number of page tables. Okay, that is called we have n level page table. So here I have taken that as k. So we will be mentioned as we have k level page tables. Okay, in such a case, just try to understand this formula. Okay, this is the case where we have a TLB hit. That is, while translating, we get the address from the TLB itself. We get the translation from TLB itself. So we have the TLB access time, okay, the TM. Then once we have the translation in just the TM, we go to cache first. If we don't find it in cache, that is called the cache miss. And the cache miss is 1 minus cache hit. Okay, that is multiplied with m, that is the main memory access time, that which I told as the pages access. Okay, then if in case we have a TLB miss, this is TLB miss. Okay, 1 minus TLB hit ratio is TLB miss. This was the TLB hit case. So to know that there is a TLB hit, TLB miss, we also, in that case also, we need to access the TLB, right? So TM will still be there. But here we didn't get it in TM, like in the TLB. So we now move to the page tables. Okay. When accessing the page tables, if there are k page tables, we do k page table accesses. Okay. So that's why, and since page tables are in main memory only, okay, to access one level of page table is equivalent to accessing one main memory. So that is M, the main memory access time. In case of k level page tables, we are accessing k into m times of time just for translating. So this whole portion here is translation. This portion here is translation. That was a shorter translation. This whole portion is now accessing. Now after we have the translation, again the same thing. Okay, but here, like, just remember what I told you, that if there is a TLB hit, okay, the pages are always in the main memory or cache. If there is a page table hit, it is always in main memory and cache. Okay, but see, we have gone through all these stages of translation. Still, there are two cases possible. One is no page fault, and the other is page fault. Now, if in case we don't have a page fault, that is 1 minus page fault ratio, that is no page fault. In that case, this whole access time is similar to this access time, right? It's the same thing written again back here. Plus, in case there is a page fault, we'll have to service that page fault. Okay, so we'll have to add this as well for compensating for the cases where there is a page fault. So this is all that you need to know to solve any EMAT questions. And according to whatever you find, like whatever are these values given, you put in the formula. If in case those values are not given, consider them as 0, and then also you'll find the answer correctly. Okay.